Fall is here, baby. Fall is here. Even though it's not the first official day of the year for fall, which is September 23rd, in my mind, September 1st rolls around, it's fall. Period. End of sentence. And the fact that fall is short-lived where I live is an absolute freaking travesty. Okay, I'm getting a little hyped. One of the things I like to focus on this channel is contentment and appreciating our lives, the everyday components of our lives. And today I'm sharing an idea with you that, we can do just that. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you an idea for how to romanticize your life this fall. And let me tell you, this idea is brilliant. At least I'm excited about it. So what we're doing, or what I'm doing, is I am transitioning low buy bingo into a romanticizing your life this season bingo. That's the premise. So the idea is to every season reset the low buy bingo board to give myself prompts for romanticizing that specific season. So we're in fall now, and the bingo board is going to be all about romanticizing my life, or your life if you want to participate this fall season. If you are brand new here and you're like, what is low buy bingo? Let me just put a photo of the bingo card on the screen. You'll see it later if you stay tuned. But I played a bingo game and there was lots of prompts on there that were really about helping me live my best life. And every time I did a task, I got a token to put on the bingo board. And when I got a bingo, then I earned some fun money. That was kind of romanticizing my life, but that was not the intention behind the task. And having intention for something really adds clarity and, helps you think of new ideas. Having different intentions or having specific intentions can help you think about the right idea. Sometimes just having a mindset shift, even if it's subtle, can make all the difference. Low buy bingo never really had legs. I loved the idea at first, and I tried to bring it back this year, and it's never really worked because the time frame, it was just a lot of effort to create the video, and the time frame was just short, but then also it was difficult to come up with new ideas so often that it just kind of got stale. And then, makeup was one of the prompts on the list, and I was just coming out of my makeup era. And also reading is on the list, and I love to read, but I don't read consistently enough for it to work the way I wanted it to work. In May, I think it was, I read something like 21 books. And then in January, February, and March, I think I read a total of 3 books. It's just, I've read 40 so far this year, but I just kind of have my own timing of things. And it just hasn't worked out the way I wanted to. So we are transitioning low buy bingo into a romanticizing your life bingo. I am only committing myself to one season fall. If it works out, great. I'll get to do it for winter and, we'll see. But I'm only committing for fall. It's the trial. It's the trial period. I'm hoping I'll love it. I'm hoping it'll bring the kind of perspective that I need and want for this season. But if it's just one iteration, then, that's fine. Maybe it just becomes a fall tradition. But the kind of hope, I would say, is for this, really want it to stick into winter, because while I love fall, I can hate winter. Okay? Winter is 6 months long here. It just sucks, and it's dark and it's long, and it's just makes everybody sad here. Nobody wants to live at -20 for 6 months of the year. So I feel I really need this for winter. So maybe the fall time could just be the kickoff, the let's kind of get into it, easing yourself in. And then winter is, where it's full-fledged, really out there. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. So we're trying something new here. And I'm hoping that by doing it seasonally, there's a bit of a longer window so I don't kind of get exhausted / overwhelmed with the prompts. And then I'm also thinking that because each season is different, that the problem I had with the prompt overlap won't be the same. So I do want to briefly talk about why we should even bother with romanticizing your lives at all beyond it's just fun. Because saying something is fun, like, is if that's your why, I feel like that project is just going to be short-lived, or it's kind of like doomed to fail because there's not really any legs there. So why am I even bothering with this idea at all? There are a few good reasons. 5 or 6 years ago, I never would have admitted to liking the things I do now. I was very much the not like other girls girl. And I didn't like stuff that other girls liked because I didn't want to be like them. I felt like, enjoying fall, liking fall was like one of the most basic things that you could be as a white girl, or one of the most basic things you could like. And I was like cool and like special, and I wasn't like the other girls. I was absolutely judgmental about these kinds of girls that I saw when I was in my early 20s, maybe even late teens. And, I'd eye roll these girls when I saw them on campus wearing their flannels and their blanket scarves. And I was like somehow above them because I didn't like those things. And being judgmental said way more about me than it did about them. These girls were out here living their lives and doing the things that make them happy, which is ultimately like they're the more authentic of the two of us. And the point that I want to make here is ultimately twofold. Being who you are is comprised of both big and small choices. It's kind of like when couples fight, it's not really about the dirty dishes that you leave in the sink. Being who you are isn't really about liking pumpkin spice lattes. Like, is your personality who you are, your core values, a pumpkin spice latte? No. If you can't even embrace the small things about yourself, like how can you go to embrace the larger things about yourself? We can dismiss a lot of these little things as just little, but all of the little choices that we compromise on are like little parts of ourselves that we compromise on that we won't acknowledge. And it's also a lot of the little things that do make up who we are. Why would we deny the choices and the things that just make life more enjoyable and more beautiful? And number two, appreciating our lives is a path to content. The more we can appreciate our lives, the better we get at being able to appreciate stuff, and the more grateful we become as well. This is the real motivation behind the new board, and just finding more opportunities to appreciate my life and the world around me. Because, while I can work on myself and, try to be the best version of myself, if I bring this shitty attitude that like winter sucks and the seasons suck, or like I don't want to, like I don't care about life right now because it's winter, that trickles down into other things too. But it can also have the reverse effect. If I really love fall, like my own life could be like extra good and I could be extra shiny. I feel like having that more even level approach will do me some good. Gratitude is a habit, and I want to spend all the time I can cultivating that habit and making my life, its realities, as enjoyable as possible, but I also want to appreciate all of the facets of my life. A few months back, I made a video about romanticizing your life, how to do it, kind of what that might look like, and the benefits. And I think a couple of these things that I mentioned in that video bear repeating. When you romanticize your life, you appreciate the little moments throughout your day, and you see the beauty in your surroundings. You get to treat the mundane things, like a cup of coffee or writing your to-do list or taking an afternoon walk, like special movie-worthy moments, and it can completely change your outlook on life. According to the publication Self, romanticizing your life is a form of mindfulness. They say that being present and appreciating what's right in front of you can be a powerful act, and it doesn't have to take much time out of your day. The hashtag romanticize your life TikToks I love most, this is from the article, by the way, are the ones where people post, I have 10 minutes in the morning and I use it to read, or I take a few minutes out of my day to journal. small attainable things. They also write that romanticizing your life can reaffirm what you already love to do and help you enjoy those things even more. Romanticizing your life is not about leading the perfect life or leading an Instagram-worthy life. It's truly about appreciating the life that you already have right now as it exists today. You don't need newer or nicer things. You don't need to get a new job. You don't need to earn more money. You don't need to live in a new apartment in order to appreciate the life you have right now. That's why I want to do it. So here are the basic details of the bingo board. Number one, I will finally, after 2 years, actually use the free space. So we're going to have a free space in the middle of the board. And every bingo is worth $10. So a full card will be worth $100. After completing 2 bingos, I will allow myself to switch out some of the prompts. I feel like once you've started working towards stuff, you'll realize what you actually don't want to do and what you know might be more difficult than you expected. So I'll give myself the opportunity to switch out prompts if I am so inclined. That's new this time around. And what is also new is that if I complete a full bingo card, I can swap out prompts, however many I like, and any additional bingo after that is going to be worth double. So it'll be worth $20. Now, with the previous bingo board iterations, I used to write all the prompts, pick them out from a hat, and kind of go from there. We're not going to do that. That just took way too much time and energy. What we are going to do is pick bingo prompts from a spreadsheet. So we're going to use the random number generator, which I'll show you. I'll live pick like 5 numbers at a time, and then I'll know what bingo things I have. If things are like way too similar, then I'll like repick. But I'm hoping that this will be way quicker, and then I'll put them all up on the board and you'll see them there at the end. So this bingo board is happening or going to be set up before the official start of fall. It's happening like right now is September 1st. And I will be picking the prompts today, but I probably won't be putting up the bingo board until next week. If all goes well, this video should go up on September 10th. Sometime before now, September 10th, I'm going to put up the board. The official start date isn't going to be until September 10th. But if I don't know, feel inclined to do something before then, I might do it and I'll check it out. But the bingo board will end on November 30th, the last day of November. And then the new board will begin December 1st. Technically, the first day of winter isn't until December 21st. But once it's December 1st, it's like officially holiday season. And I mean, by that point, my climate is like already snowing, like all the leaves are gone, like we're done for the fall season. So there's no real reason to push into December when things are very different. So that will give me roughly 10 weeks to complete the bingo board, and we'll see how it goes. If I decide to set it up again, I mean, there'll be an end video, which, you'll see probably in December. I guess Vlogmas at that time, who the hell knows? But you'll see a video in December, and it'll either be a repicking the card, setting it up for December, or just, this was fun, but for fall only. So let's now get into picking the prompts. All right, we are all set up. We have 42 prompts. I'm going to generate the first 5. I don't know, I'm feeling nervous. Here we go. Obviously, I don't have 49, so there's nothing I can do with that. Okay. Did it go? Okay. 17, 22, 16, 32, and 35. All right, so our first 5. A creative seasonal goal setting moment where it's set intentional goals for the fall season, incorporating both personal growth, enjoyment, and seasonal activities. Do a little tarot card reading at the beginning of September. That's just like a little fun activity. A cozy candlelit evening, lighting every damn candle you have, and it will be cozy AF. That's what I said. Buy a Bath and Body Works fall soap. And then create a fall recipe for joy with ingredients both literal and metaphorical contribute to your contentment. Just like a joyful fall recipe. That's what it is. It says create, but it's really just like make something. I don't have to create it from scratch. Just like, find something. Well, hello. It's very clearly a different day. And I actually wanted to talk about the prompts quickly because I initially recorded me picking them all. It took like a weird amount of time and it's just like not exciting. So I've picked them all. You're just gonna have to trust me that like they're randomly generated. And I will put all of the selected prompts on the screen once I'm done talking. I also will have a link to the Notion spreadsheet that I created. It's not really a spreadsheet, but just like a little table with all of the available prompts. That's going to be in the description, which you can access if you want to do them as well. And you can copy them to your own Notion setup and add in your own categories and just do what you will with what makes sense to you. I've also updated Buy Me a Coffee with new templates, so if you want to follow along at home, you can print off your own bingo board, or I guess have a JPEG or whatever, use it digitally. The last thing I want to say is that if you want to follow along at home, you can do whatever kind of prompts that fit where you live. I know not all of y'all live in a 4-season climate. My best friend lives in Florida, and we were just talking the other day about how it was like 90 degrees there. You don't have to do outdoor leaves falling, pumpkin picking kind of prompts. Most of the ones that I picked anyways are indoor or more like creating the vibe. So you can absolutely do this no matter where you live. And the blank bingo board kind of allows you to tailor this idea or this concept to exactly what you need right now. So next slide is going to be all the prompts that I chose, and then after that is going to be me putting up all of the prompts. Let's go. Officially up, and since we've started already, I feel like it is appropriate to get this one. Let me turn you around. I feel like the vlog is a living proof that this happened. So we already get one before the end of the video. Okay, y'all, that's everything for me today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and putting together this fall board. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you'll follow along. I hope that you'll follow along with me if you're interested in romanticizing your life this fall. Thank you for watching and hanging out with me today. I loved hanging out with you, and I hope to see you again around here soon.